I'm Ryan Blaney, and you're watching 3 Wide Life.
So I got to ask you, what's been the difference in terms of media? You know, there's a lot more excitement with Cup and more media and, you know, more viewership and now social media. What's that been like?
It's a big jump for sure. You know, it's definitely grown a lot over the past handful of years since we've been to the Cup Series, and you get a little bit more well known, and fans start to either like you or dislike you. And you hear that a lot on the social media. You know, I've always enjoyed it. I feel like it's a great tool for fans to have to kind of know what the teams are doing or what drivers are doing in their personal lives and at the racetrack. It's a great interaction tool. I've met a lot of great fans and people off you know, Twitter or Instagram or whatever, fans that you can meet up with and you know, show them a good time. But you know, it can be your best friend or worst enemy. And I've had a handful of that this year, being in a couple incidents with Dale. And that was a rough 2-3 weeks, but it's definitely up a lot more, not only the social media side, but the at-track media and you know, just being a little bit more careful of what you do. And you're definitely under a lot bigger microscope for sure.
How much fun are you having on social media? Because you seem like you don't take it too seriously. It seems like you have fun with it.
Yeah, you know, that's what it's for, really, is to have fun and joke around. And, you know, you'll hear some bad things, like you said, and I enjoy calling out fans. I think that's the funny part of it. A lot of people can be very tough behind a keyboard or their phone, but you'll never have a fan really say that to you in person. I'd love to actually see someone do that, but I've honestly never seen it. But I like to have fun on social media. That's what it's for, like I said, and it's, you know, it's a tool for us to interact with fans, and that's what our sport's about, is our fans. And we wouldn't be around if it wasn't for them. So we try to utilize that the best we can to, whether it's getting them tickets to a race or showing them around our, you know, pit stall or hall or whatever like that. Whatever we can do to give back to them, I feel like social media is a great tool to do that.
You seem like you like people. How hard has it been to build friendships in the garage when you have stuff that happens on track? Like, apparently Dale is your neighbor. I don't know how close you actually live to each other, but you know, with a couple on-track things, are you able to just kind of send a text and reset, or handshake, or have a beer? What is that like?
Yeah, you know, I used to not like a lot of people at all growing up, and being in the sport, I guess, you know, you're with these people every single week. You're with all the drivers. You're going to see them, whether you want to or not. You're going to see them 36 weeks out of the year. So you want to keep a pretty good relationship with most of them. You know, you mess around with some of them, and you have your run-ins with a handful of them. You're going to have that throughout your career, whether it's your best friend or worst enemy. It's going to happen. You know, I've had it happen with Chase and Bubba Wallace, and you know, Dale, who is a good friend of mine and is my neighbor and owns the land that my house is on. You know, we had an incident with him, and you get over it. You talk about it. You either call or text each other, or see him next week. I prefer to text or call him the day after, just try to get it out of the way instead of waiting a whole week. And then you meet up and have a beer, just mess around later. So most of them are, you can kind of squash all your incidents pretty quickly, and I feel like that's what you have to do in the sport. I don't like to hold a lot of grudges, and I like to get over things and just get back to the task at hand, which is ultimately trying to win races.